I need to think of something to say. Like, every time I say Jesus Christ, I feel bad because it seems like I'm blaspheming. You know what I mean? So I need like the equivalent of no homo, but like no blasphemy. No blasphemy. You know what I mean? Because like when someone says something that could be construed as homosexual, you know, you say no homo. So when I say something that could be construed as blasphemous, I need something like no blasphemous, no blasphemy, no blaspheming. Seems a little bit long. I might just go for the no blasphemy thing. I think it's fine. Alright, anyway. If you're religious and you're like completely offended right now, no blasphemy. So, here we go. Game number 2. Jumper versus Mazur on Fighting Spirit. In the top right as the red Protoss, we have NB Mazur, and in the top left as the teal Protoss, we have Jumper. Yeah. Anyways. P. I forgot their colors already. Alright, looks like Jumper's teal again. Teal, red. Nice. So, Jumper Man basically won because he attacked at the front and distracted Mazur, and then killed like every single one of his probes. So that was pretty awesome. Let's see if we can do it again. I really hope we see some awesome Reaver play again. Anyway, we do have an anti-matter pilot for Mazur, and Jumper just building his close to the ramp. Gonna be able to reinforce more quickly. And I don't think anti-matter pylons are too necessary on Fighting Spirit, as long as you're not 12 nexing. You don't have to worry about it so much. Anyway, there is a gateway for Mazur. And looks like we have probe scouts going out. Are they going to go in the same direction? They're actually both going to the middle. Look at this. Look at this. Both players suspecting the Oya gates. Are they going to change direction? Looks like they are going to change direction. Very nice. So, we do have a gas and a gas. So mirror builds once again, or at least so far. Now, I think Mazur just was a little bit unfortunate last game. He basically got punished for playing more safely than Jumper. Jumper played risky. If Mazur had DT rush, Jumper would have died. So Jumper did the risky play, Mazur did the safe play, and Mazur lost. So let's see. Let's see if, I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that, obviously, but that definitely did play a huge part. So let's see if Mazur decides to be as safe this game, or decides to take a risk of his own and punish Jumper. Man, it would be so funny if Mazur just like DT rushed Jumper and killed him. Sweet, sweet justice on King DT. So it looks like we have Zell Core Zell from Mazur and a Core First from Jumper, and oh no, I'm sorry, he has Zelled out already. My mistake. So it's Zell Core Zell from both players. And it looks like Jumper has killed the scouting probe in his base. Mazur has not killed the probe of Jumper because he's sent it out to attack. Now, that's actually quite a big mistake in my opinion. To lose your scouting probe to a Zealot really shouldn't happen. You really need to keep that probe alive until the Dragoon gets out. I mean, the probe is so much faster than the Zealot. There's no reason to lose that guy. That little sneaky Zealot, or sneaky probe rather. So the core finishes, Mazur's going to need a Dragoon to chase that guy down. Meanwhile, Jumper can do whatever he wants. And looks like he's not getting Goon range just yet. Is he going to get it now? Or is he going to go for an ultra fast Robo? I think he's saving up for a Robo. No, he's just not making anything. I think he's just too focused on his scouting probe. He's going up to 300. Needs to make something. And there is the very fast Robo. Robo before range, as you can see. So this time Jumper taking an even bigger risk. And oh, look at this! We have a fake Dragoon range from Mazur. Mazur, I think he might be DT rushing. No, he got a Robo of his own. Okay, he got a Robo. Is he going to cancel it? Okay, the probe is dead. Cancel this, and then what does he get? I'm a little confused now. Because he got the Robo anyway. Jumper now getting range. And yes! It is a cancel on the Robo! It is a cancel! Now he's getting goon range for real and a Citadel. This is going to be a DT rush. And if Jumper plays as risky as he did last game and does not get observers, he is going to be punished. Punished by Mazur with his own favorite unit. He is going straight for the shuttle, as he should. When you go for an ultra fast Robo without range, you almost always get the Reaver first. But let's see, is he going to get the Reaver second, or is he going to Observer? Sometimes players will go shuttle, Observer, and Reaver just to get that detection out. But is the probe? No, the probe's not going to get in. So Mazur getting the Forge for detection, and Jumper could be in a lot of trouble. King DT looks like he's about to get DT'd in the face. Gonna get a taste of his own medicine. Mazur, what a boss! And what is this probe doing? I'm just gonna build a pylon on the edge. Oh man, still no observatory. He's getting shuttle speed. He's gonna completely skip it. Jumper doing the exact same thing as last game, except he got the Robo even faster. But he is about to get DT'd. King DT! Gonna get DT. Now the thing is, if this probe sees this pylon, he should suspect that it's DT's. Because this pylon is for a cannon at the front, so that Mazur can expand behind it. But is gonna get sniped. Oh, he needs to snipe it! Oh, catching the probe. That was really lucky. This is actually a huge tell that your opponent could be going for DTs. But as it stands, is there an observer? There is no observatory. The first DT is on the way. A probe is going out to scout. We already have a cannon here for Mazur just in case it was a DT rush from Jumper as well, but it was not. The probe's not going to get in here. But I think Jumper, no, he is getting an observatory. He's got an observatory at the top left. He got an observatory at the top left. Is it going to be in time? Is he going to make it just to make a second Reaver, or is he going to make an observer? I think he might just make a second Reaver, actually. Building 2 more gateways. Oh my god, DT. And the thing is, he won't even notice, like, if he's focused on the offensive, he won't even notice the DT killing all his probes. That's another danger with DTs and defending with Observer, is that even if you have the detection, you have to pay attention to the DTs, because it doesn't give you a warning sound when your probes are dying. So it looks like we're going to have a DT going to the main. Jumper's going to be microing his shuttle, his Reaver. The Reaver's finishes, Reaver speed. No, shuttle speed finishes. No such thing as Reaver speed. Scaraboo! Oh, the Dud Scarab! No! Scarab! Looks like 2 Dud Scarabs. A nice Scarab there, but the DT is in the main base killing off all of Jumper's probes. Jumper's going to be focused on the Reaver micro. No, what is he focused on? He's not focused on the Reaver. He's focused on his probes now. But now he's going to lose the Reaver for nothing. Is he going to lose the shuttle? No, he lost the Reaver. The shuttle gets away. And he got 2 Dud Scarabs, he got a couple of probes, but it wasn't enough. And this DT has 11 kills as well, definitely more kills than the Reaver got. And Mazur has his expansion up already. Looks like Jumper didn't even click back to the minerals. He's not mining minerals right now. He's got random probes all over the place. Jumper falling apart. Doesn't know how to deal with DTs himself. King DT only knows how to use the DTs and not counter them. And it looks like we have 2 more gateways on the way for Mazur. Now Mazur has to be a little bit careful because, you know, a Reaver push on his front, supported by these Dragoons, could be quite dangerous to him. What I would have liked to see is him have built a second DT, and you basically what you do is you hide the second DT, like down here, you leave a probe at the front of the opponent's base, and when you see him move out with all his units, then you run your DT into the main, because almost certainly he will not have left like an observer and some units behind. Only very, very safe Protoss do that, and when they do that, it basically weakens the attack anyway, so you're not under as much pressure at the front. Anyway, looks like Mazur has gotten High Templars as he should. I don't see Storm being researched though. Has Storm already finished? I'm not really sure. Looks like Jumper has one cable unrally. But you see, okay, look at this. You see how Jumper's moving out now? If Mazur had a probe here, he would see the push coming out, and now he could run a DT into the main. And look at this, completely undefended, free probe kills. So really, really would have liked if Mazur had sent another DT. But as it stands, Jumper's getting ready to attack here, and I really hope Mazur has Storm. I assume that he does. He's not getting it. I assume that he has Storm. He has enough energy for 1 Storm right now, but this could actually be a dangerous attack. Wait a minute. I think Jumper might be going for the elevator. Yeah, it looks like Jumper's going for the elevator, but Mazur smartly has already placed a pylon here to spot for this. But it looks like Jumper might be going for it anyway. How quickly can he elevate his units in? I think he should have brought the 2 Zealots and the Reaper in the second load. because right now this is not going to be enough. However, the Templars looks like he's going to go for snipes on the Templars. He's going to snipe one Templar. Can he snipe the other one? His his shuttle's actually in the hockey, and will he get it? Last Templar, no! Barely survives with 1 HP. Meanwhile, oh, that's just a probe. And Jumper actually suffering in the macro department. Went up to 800 minerals there for a second while he was microing at the front. He's still got almost 500 minerals. But Mazur, I mean, his economy is booming right now. He can actually afford a couple more gateways, and he's starting to pump Dragoons as well. So I think he's just fine here. Jumper going to have to do some magic with this Reaver. He's going behind the natural. Can he kill a lot of probes? He's going to have to. He might actually go for the top here and just shoot downwards. Yep, that's what he's doing. Oh, he's got to be careful not to suicide. Oh, Storm! Nebo! Scaraboo! Oh, no! The Reaver does almost nothing. And Jumper expanding himself, but is in some serious trouble here in this game. And still not rallying this gateway. What is up with that? Dude, rally your gateway. Scout with your observer. Come on, Jumper, come on. So we have a cannon now in the main. And a robo as well for Mazur. Gonna get some mobile detection of his own, just in case Jumper decided to follow up with DTs. But it looks like he did not. And this counterattack by Mazur could be quite scary. There's looks like 3 storms between the Templars. And there's actually no Reaver out. But Jumper is going to make a bit of an AI pylon here at the front that will draw some fire from the Dragoons of Mazur. Now, here we go. He's sniping the Templar. He does get it, but the storm goes down anyway. Good first storm. Second storm, not that great. He's got one more. Storm! Oh my god, he just completely missed. That was like... he had the perfect group of Dragoons to storm, and he just like stormed a random location on the map. That was not good. So we have a pylon and cannon here for Mazur, thinking about taking a third base. Going to take to a long game. Meanwhile, a couple idle probes, not a huge deal. Interesting second cannon here. He's a little bit scared of perhaps a DT drop or something, but he should know that that's not coming anymore because Jumper has a lot of Dragoons at the front. And is Jumper... okay, he's making another shuttle. I was just going to say he should. And meanwhile, ooh, might be trying to take the 6 o'clock as a hidden base. That could be quite a good move to make a comeback here. Because even though Mazur did that failed attack, I think he still is ahead. And he's about to get his third base here at the 3 o'clock. Now Jumper, is this just a scout or is he actually going to take a base here? I think he actually is going to take this as his own hidden expansion. Meanwhile, we have 5 gateways for Mazur. Getting the +1. Oh, does he have speed? It's like, oh, speed is about to finish for him. And speed lots are pretty good against Dragoons once they connect. In very small numbers, you can micro them down, but once you have more than a control group of goons, it's very, very difficult to micro against speed cells. It looks like Jumper forgot to put guys on his natural gas, but he still has only 3 gateways against the, what was it, the 5 of Mazur. But it looks like we do have a Reaver here at the top. Oh, he's got to be careful not to let the shuttle get sniped. And he's going to try and bust up the ramp here. That's going to be quite difficult, but he does have the Reaver supporting him, and at that choke point, it's going to be difficult to for Mazur to engage with the Reaver there. But it looks like we have a Templar coming in. Is he going to get the storm off? Nope. Jumper is going to back off. I think Jumper should just go behind the... oh no, it looks like there's a cannon here. Mazur, I would like it if you put a observer up here to spot on the high ground, because as you can see, the cannon doesn't have any vision here, so the shuttle can actually just come in and drop the Reaver anyway. If Jumper had actually brought a Zealot, that would draw the cannon fire as well, which would be quite helpful. But no, it looks like Jumper is just going to go into the main. Looks like Jumper's just going to go into the main. He's taking a couple of cannon shots here. Does Mazur notice? Oh my god, there's a lot of probes here. He's dropping the Reaver. 1 kill. He's not targeting. Oh my god, Jumper actually is not targeting the Reaver manually. So he's going to get a couple of kills here. The probes are still there. Oh, no. Oh, going to get a cannon. Is he going to be able to escape? It's going to be close. Oh, drop it. He drops the Reaver. And boom. Nice last shot. Can he get the Templar as well? Boom. Wait, what? How did that Templar not die? Anyway, Jumper is taking the 6 o'clock as a hidden expo, and the shuttle is actually going to survive here with 4 HP left. Barely surviving. Meanwhile, Jumper having some problems here at his natural. It's some kind of pathing bug, or I don't know what's going on right now. I think the goons might be rallied out, but they can't get out, so they're just like bouncing back and forth or something. Something weird's going down. Anyway, another Reaver is in production. Looks like a Citadel and a Forge for Jumper, but oh, looks like random goon at the front gonna get picked off. So let's take a look at the probe counts actually. Does Mazur? Because Mazur actually lost a decent number of probes there. So Mazur actually doesn't have the greatest saturation on his 3 bases. Meanwhile, Jumper has a decent saturation, but he's only got 2 bases. His 3rd base is up now, but I don't think he'll risk transferring probes there. I'm not going to give the game away. So looks like Mazur is now ready to put on some pressure with his Templar. A very annoying thing he can do is kind of just camp here with a nice arc and then move Templar in, storm, and then move them back. And because you see all Jumper's units are kind of clumped up here with nowhere to back up to, it's actually quite annoying when your opponent does that. Anyway, yeah, looks like Jumper's just going to mine here with probes produced from that Nexus. Is Mazur going to push the issue? Is he going to do some storm harassment? Looks like he's not. Cannon in the back of Jumper's base as well. And looks like he's adding his own gateways. But notice this. See, Jumper's doing what I suggested Mazur should do. He has the Observer here to spot for any shuttle drops coming into the back of the natural, whereas Mazur has no vision whatsoever on the high ground. I think that's a mistake. On Fighting Spirit, it's just so easy for a shuttle to just suicide in when you don't have vision up here. Anyway, Mazur actually being very smart. Look at this. He's scouting the bottom right 2 bases for an expansion. Is he actually going to go to the 6 o'clock? If he goes to the 6 o'clock, and oh, look at this. Mazur is doing the storm harassment, as I said. But if he checks out the 6 o'clock, that's actually going to force Jumper to attack or do something. But no, looks like the Zealot is actually going to run to the bottom left 2 bases, it seems. It's not going to spot the 6 o'clock hidden expansion. I'm quite surprised. This is like the hidden expansion location when the Protosses are in these positions. So I'm very surprised Mazur's not scouting that. However, he has gone up to, looks like 7 gateways in total, getting +2 weapons now for his units. Looks like Jumper actually completely without upgrades. But he is at a 3rd Reaver. He does have 3 Reavers. Is he getting a second shuttle? He is indeed. So we're going to perhaps wait for 4 Reavers and then move out or something. He's got to be careful though. I mean, it's a very tricky balance, Reaver versus Templar battles. I mean, I generally favor Templars in these engagements. But I guess we shall see what happens. Looks like one random Zealot going in. He's going to try and get a Storm off. Storm! Oh, nice Storm. Oh god, a second Storm as well. Just so brutal. Oh man, that is so brutal. And there's nothing really that Jumper can do about it either. Perhaps maybe leave one Reaver at the front to range the Templar or something. I don't really know. Anyway, it looks like, oh, the Zealot has actually found the base now. So the gig is up. Jumper's been spotted. Now, what is he going to do? Those probes are not going to take down the Zealot. Meanwhile, it looks like Mazur is getting ready to take the bottom right base as his 4th. But, yeah, Jumper's lost his hidden base. And, wait, what? Oh, man, that was not a very manly Zealot. That was just, like, not manly at all. Those little probes just killed him. So it looks like Mazur is going to send a couple of manlier units to take this down. The Dragoons. They shouldn't be manlier, but for some reason they are. And look at this, Jumper. He sent a probe from the 6 o'clock to go take another kind of hidden expansion here at the 9, since he knows he's going to lose that. Meanwhile, making a couple of Archons. Looks like he's just going to skip Storm entirely and just go for a Zealot Archon Reaver. According to Harangi, that is actually the best unit composition. But I don't agree with that. But you know, he's Harangi, so I guess it's not really my place to argue. Meanwhile, looks like Mazur's actually mannered this gas a little bit. That's not ideal, but he does have a lot of gas in the bank. I think you should just make a bunch of Archons. Archons are pretty good in this matchup. In fact, in my opinion, you should not have this many Dragoons. Zealot Archon is much stronger than Dragoon heavy compositions. And it looks like Jumper is getting ready to go here, but oh god, he's getting stormed to bits! Oh man, can he bust out though? He's got 3 Reavers. He's moving out, but a nice Storm. All the Reavers were clumped, but no, Jumper is going to reposition them. The Zealot's moving in, Storms all over everything. Dragoons and Templars, but there's a bunch of Reavers left. There's a bunch of Zealots and Archons. Jumper's not using his whole army. I don't know why he's not bringing the units back or bringing units forward. He's got to use his Zealots. He's too busy microing the Reavers, it seems. But Jumper is going to break out here. Mazur looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble. He's lost his contain. He's lost his army. Jumper is busting through with a decent number of units, and now he's bringing out the speed lots. Mazur is in full retreat. He does have a few Archons and Templars of his own, but Mazur could be in a little bit of trouble here. Now he still does have the supply lead, but Jumper's moving out. Mazur's put some cannons here. He's taking the bottom right base. Can he hold on to this attack? A nice Storm on the approaching army. And Jumper rather, has to retreat. But there comes the not Reaver. Where'd the Reaver go? Oh, there it is. So Jumper now has a new third at the 9 o'clock. And it looks like we have another shuttle for Jumper that is empty. It is a fake. And there is the probe transfer to the bottom right. Oh, looks like a random observer, I believe, getting sniped. A random Reaver doing something. Could come over here and kill a bunch of probes. Mazur only has a handful of cannons at the front. He could just fly in here to the Nexus, but it looks like he's not going to do that. And Mazur has added on a bunch of gateways, a couple of them unrallied, but that's fine. So Mazur's still in a very nice position. He's at 161 supply against 129. He also has 2-0 upgrades versus the 1-0 of Jumper. And it looks like he's going to attack right here. The Reaver's actually in the shuttle right now. That's not the best position for it. Nice storms on the units. Needs to drop the Reaver. Storm! Oh, storm on the Reaver. And another nice storm on the Dragoons. Also getting both of Jumper's observers. And it looks like that's going to be lights out for Jumper. GG! And Mazur evens up the score 1-1. It is going to come down to a game 3 here to decide which of these two Protosses is going to advance to the round of 4, to the semifinals. Oh man, this is so tense. This is so tense. Both of these guys. Oh man, I really wanted both of these guys to advance. But unfortunately, alas, it was fated not to be. And yeah, there we go.